Hi guys, my name is Nisi. This is Platinum Gang Mindset. We talk about all things beauty, business, law of assumption, manifestation, all that good stuff. If you're interested in signing up for coaching with me, my email is on the homepage of my channel page. You can get that information there. I'll also leave the link where you can purchase the full self-concept workbook and the budget planner for your business. Today I want to talk to you guys about money mindset. And when it comes to money mindset and starting a business, I also do business coaching and business consulting, and it is one of my favorite things to talk about. I do blame my mom, and my mom is an accountant, so having like fun with numbers and like business stuff, I love it. I've been in business for myself for about 15 years or so. I've been doing hair and makeup for 17 and a half years, and I have been coaching for about 2 years. So I like to say that I am pretty thoroughly knowledgeable when it comes to money and bringing money into your fruition and into your awareness. And I know that people are going to get sick and tired of hearing this like cliche sort of message when it comes to money and your mindset, but your business is genuinely a mindset. If you are going into something and feeling like you're going to fail, or you're not going to be good at it, or you're worried about the next person or the competition, then that's what you're going to get. The law of assumption is very real across the board. It applies to all of us in all avenues of any sort of business, right? Let's take my industry, the cosmetology or the beauty industry, for example, right? There are so many different hairstylists that I know. There's so many hairstylists that I'm actually friends with. And these are like really talented individuals that I know. And some of us have like swapped clients, shared clients, or there might have been a client that preferred, this stylist over me or what have you. And that's totally fine, because what's for me is for me and what's them is for them. Here's where things can get not messy, but where you can start to rock your self-concept, right? If I was so fixated on like why this particular client chose to go with my friend instead of me, then I'm altering myself and diminishing myself in some way by saying, hey, I'm not good enough for this job, position, whatever. And this goes in all avenues of money, you guys. Even if you work a 9 to 5 or you have a salary or whatever, it's all the same thing. It's still just a mindset. If you think that your boss doesn't appreciate you, then your boss won't appreciate you. Let's take my best friend, for example, one of my childhood best friends. She worked for a really well-known company in the US, and she moved different states, and they didn't have a district in that state. They told her, we love you so much and you're so amazing at your job. We will pay for your move back if you can move back and work for us. So she did that. Then she got married, and her husband's in the military, so she got stationed in a different state. And they don't have an office out there either, not a corporate office. I mean, granted, they're nationally known, but they didn't have corporate offices in these locations. They told her, you know what, move, we'll ship you stuff to work from home, we'll up your salary. Like, they wanted to keep her because she's just that good at her job, because she has a mindset of, I'm the best at my job. Nobody does what I do and how I do it the way that I do it. And so that had to be shown to her in her reality. Same thing when it comes to money. If I come into the salon and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to make enough money today, or I'm looking at, like, let's say for me, I'm very organized and I have money goals. Also, I created the money mindset like planner for you guys. If you're interested in purchasing that, that'll be in that Beacons link that I send you. The Beacons link goes to my hair stuff too, but the mindset stuff is on there as well. And I'm going to be adding a link in there for the VIP group if you're interested in signing up for the VIP group. Really quick, in the VIP group, we do monthly coaching group sessions. It's only $7 a month. It's a subscription service, and we go live every second and fourth Sunday of the month, and they're just these like private group sessions that I do, and I let the groups kind of like, you know, people pick the topics or whatever they want to discuss, and we do like a whole like PowerPoint presentation. Is really dope. And there's weekly and monthly challenges, encouragement. It's just a sense of community that's off of social media. Anyways, everything is a mindset. And so I have a goals for myself every day and every week and every month. So I will look at everything that I have to do, everything that I need to pay for, or my goals, or like if I want to go on vacation, or if I have a trip, or if one of my friends are getting married, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, okay, that divides down to X amount of dollars each week, which divides down to X amount of dollars each day, right? Because you do need to have some sort of goal in mind. So when I have my goal in mind, I sometimes don't meet that goal for that day. It is what it is. But instead of me being beat up about it, let's say that your goal might be to make $500 that day. I'm not going to walk around like I make $500 every day, all day. I make $500 every day, all day, because you can robotically affirm about a lot of things, and it will shift your beliefs around what it is that you are creating, and that's fine. But sometimes you really don't have to do all of that. Sometimes you can just be in that state, right? And it's like you turn it off and turn it on. There is this video that I had shared in our VIP group about Marilyn Monroe and how she was able to just like shift and turn it off and turn it on, right? Like she just knew when to turn it on and turn it off. And that's all you're doing. It's literally like a veil that goes over you, and you're like, boom, I'm on stage. It's time to perform, right? I don't want to waste my time being the version of me that didn't have the things that I wanted. So when you're starting your business, or if you're, you know, getting tangible goods together or whatever, it's within my experiences that offering a service to people is going to bring you the most income. And if you sign up for business coaching with me, then we'll go over that. And I'm sorry if it's loud, you guys. They're doing some construction in the building where my salon is. And so some other salons had flooding in their suites. Anyway. But yeah, if you sign up for business coaching, we go over that, and we go over your goals and things like that. So what you're going to do is, there's even like money mantras that I have. Every single time that I spend money, like even if I go buy coffee, or if I, you know, have a subscription or whatever, like, you know how Apple will pop up, you just paid $10.99 for your Apple Music, whatever. I always say everything that I spend comes back to me times 10, and it does. It really, really, really does. It always works. The other day I manifested $1,200 in a day because I was just able to turn it on and turn it off, right? It's like, get a list, get a sheet of paper, okay? And you can pause the video, or you can do this after you watch this video. Get a sheet of paper and write out who the ideal version of you is, right? And if the ideal version of you is making $10,000 months, you know, closing deals, whatever the case is for whatever your business is, what would that person be doing right now? They would not be laying in the bed eating chips, rolling around. Like, you guys, it's literally about discipline. That is all it boils down to, is just being disciplined enough to make sure that you are doing what you need to do in order to get to where you want to be. If your goal is to make $10,000 a month, then what would the version of you that is making $10,000 a month be doing? And then go be that. You don't need to, like, these techniques and things are great, and I love them, but I'm also like a huge Dylan James fan. Shout out to Dylan, Daddy Dylan, and that's what we call him in our group. But I love Dylan James a lot because, and you'll hear me mention things that he has, you know, taught me, or things that I've learned from like watching his channel, is that you have got to go and apply the things that you learned, right? You can't just sit up here and assume that like you don't have to go put in the work. And by putting in the work, you guys, I don't mean like persisting through affirming all day, because that's not what persistence is. And we're going to go over that in a later video. But persistence is more so about you persisting in that version of you that has the relationship, that has the money, that has the business, that has it all. The lucky girl syndrome, the lucky guy syndrome, whatever you want to, you know, put a name on it. But you've got to go and embody that. It is time to perform, honey. I was a thespian, and I was in the performing arts when I was growing up, and I also played flute, clarinet, piccolo. I was flute section leader, captain of cheerleading squad, voted for homecoming, voted prom, court, all these things, right? But that is because the teenage version of me, like, literally walked around like my shit didn't stink. You could not tell me that I was not the hottest thing on the planet. Me and my bestie. If you're watching this, bestie, hey girl. But ultimately it was a mindset. And you have got to go and find that version of you that did that. If you've never been this person before, that's fine. But what you're going to do is you're going to tap into that, right? If you don't have the car that you want, but you have a car in mind and you already own a car, be in that car and be like, okay, I love my brand new Mercedes AMG, blah 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 blah, and impersonate that, embody that version of you that has what it is that they desire. That is all it is. And when you're starting a business, you cannot go into it fearful. People are like, oh, well, statistics show. I don't give a good damn rat's ass about what statistics show. I do not care. I have coaching clients that are starting clothing brands, starting jewelry lines, starting whatever. And I know that sometimes people think like, okay, of course you think your clients are the greatest, but I really do. I really do. My clients are some of like the dopest men and women that I have ever come across. And just like their sense of style and the things that they like and the things that they're attracted to lets me know that this is going to be as big as they want it to be, especially when they're putting in the work. They're breathing, and sleeping it. Some of us share Pinterest boards, and I'm able to see, I get a notification every time they pin like an idea. And I'm like, if this is where her thought process is going, this girl is about to catapult into her business and into what it is that she's creating for her brand. And learning branding and marketing is so important and so imperative to your brand and what you're doing. And it all has to be cohesive. But ultimately, it is just a mindset. It's just a mindset and believing that you can do it, not allowing statistics or what other people say and do alter where you're going to go with your goals. If you wake up every day and you have a goal to make $10,000 a day, you can do that. You just got to be able to embody that version of you that has it already. And I was watching this interview years ago, and it pops up on my YouTube channel sometimes, like in my For You page or whatever. And it was a video of Jay-Z, and he was talking about how people used to say, oh, you're never going to be this world-renowned famous rapper. And he's like, people will project their own fears and insecurities onto you. And it's like, no, you can't do that, but I can. Just like when I wanted to move across the country, everybody was like, oh, well, California is so expensive. You'll never be able to survive there. I give you 3 years, you'll come back, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you can't survive there. I can survive anywhere because I'm me, right? And ultimately we all can, right? But people will project their own limiting beliefs onto you. So I would advise you to write out who your desired, version of you is that has what it is that you want. Okay. Then you're going to write out a goal sheet. Okay. How much money do I realistically plan on making? And if you're just starting out and if you want to make your goal smaller, that's fine. If you want to make it bigger, that's fine. It's been in my experience that if I tell the universe I make X amount of dollars a day, I always go over that, because then when I meet that goal, I'm not surprised by it, or I'm not taken back if like I'm a little bit less than what I wanted. Because here's what happens. There's 7 days in a week. If my goal on Tuesday is to make X amount of dollars that day and I don't make it, 9 times out of 10 on Thursday, I'm going to double what I should have made on Tuesday, right? Does that make sense? So look at it that way. And then once you write down who the ideal version of you and your budget is, then, okay, what are the necessary steps that I need to take to start this business? What do I need to make this business grow? Do I need to get an LLC? Do I need to get a DUNS number? How do I create business credit? How do I get funding for my business, right? These are all things that we go over in coaching. I'm also working on my money mindset program. I had took a break from it before because I just got so busy with coaching, and I only now like to take 5 coaching clients at a time, just so I can like make sure that I'm fully fixated on those certain individuals and what they have going on. This is why I do offer the VIP group. You get full-on access to me, and we are talking about certain topics and stuff during these group coaching sessions. They're really amazing, and you get to hear other people's success stories and things like that. It's just a strong sense of community, and I'm really excited about it. We just kind of revamped some things in the group, and I am extremely, extremely excited. So yeah, but I wanted you guys to dive in more about money mindset, getting your money beliefs intact, and just to give you like a little bit of a personal backstory with me and my money beliefs. Both of my parents grew up I don't want to say in poverty, but they were poor, right? Like they didn't have the best of the best things. Both of my grandmothers were widows. And so they worked their ass off to get to what they need, you know, where they needed to be and what their children needed. And they did an excellent job taking care of their kids, but they didn't have like the luxury things that other kids did. So when I was coming up, my parents got together when they were younger and had me fairly young. And my dad's a retired Marine, and they, in the beginning of their relationship when I was little, they were still struggling financially. But I saw my dad work, progress. I always grew up very privileged. I grew up very, very privileged. I had a nice house. I had a car by the time I was 14 years old. I had my first designer purse when I was like 9. We had a guy that would come to the house and like show us jewelry personally. Like my dad worked his ass off to take care of me, my mom, and my 2 sisters. But here's the thing. My parents had poor money beliefs because they were like, you got to work hard. You have to do this to attain this. I'm giving you this money. Make sure you don't just splurge and you don't just blow it on, you know, at the mall with your friends. Or Nisi, money don't grow on trees. You got to da da da. So they instilled their poor money beliefs into me. My mom had this belief of like food being scarce. And so whenever I was in college, she would like go to like Costco and Sam's and buy bulks of food for me and my roommates because her fear was like her children being hungry or like going without. Which it was like, well, your mom sounds great. And she is, you know, I appreciate her for doing that. But I'm like, you're instilling in me that food might be scarce one day. Or, you know, and like now that I'm a parent myself, I'm very careful and particular about what I say and speak to my son. So I just think it's so important to learn your money beliefs and where they come from, so then you can go and switch them to help you and catapult you where you need to be. So I hope that this information has helped you guys. If you're interested in business coaching or you know, mindset coaching, it all goes hand in hand, to be honest with you. I do offer 30-minute and 1-hour sessions. We meet 3 days a week. You can do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever the case may be, and whatever works for your schedule. And I really, really, really enjoy it, you guys. And just make sure that you are constantly staying in that state of, I got it already. It's turned on, baby. It's time to perform. We got this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.